What is up YouTube, it's the one and only Yugi Penguin coming at you today with an August 2018 Blue Eyes Invoked deck profile. Boys and girls, if you do like this video then please be sure to leave a like on the video, leave a comment on what you thought of the deck, and I know you're going to slate me off because that's what everyone is actually doing lately. Please play it your own way if you have to, but this is what I enjoy playing as a deck. Play it your way, but this is just a guideline to how you would like to play the deck in case you do ever want to play it. And please subscribe for more epic Yu-Gi-Oh content. So let's get straight into the deck profile. Nothing much has changed, we just made some additions to the deck, but we're going to start off with the main boss monster himself, Blue Eyes White Dragon. The legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature, and if to tell the tale, I'm still standing. I feel like Elton John. If you don't get that hint, then please go and listen to his song. That's not a shout out to Elton John, that's just Blue Eyes White Dragon. Anyway, moving on, we are then playing triple Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Must have in the deck, you can reveal it, and you can actually special summon this card from your hand by revealing a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It also pops a monster on the board, which is actually a very good card also. It cannot attack the turn you activate it, but it's more for extended link plays, not link plays, well you can use it for link plays, but you can also use it as a level for a rank 8 Xyz play. Then I play double Dragon Spirit of Right. And then basically, so this card is always treated as a Blue Eyes card. This card is a normal monster while in the hand or graveyard, so always remember it's normal, because that's part of the effect that makes it broken as a card. And when this card is normal special summon, you can target a spell or trap your opponent controls and banish it. So that's, first of all, that's fantastic. Also, if it gets targeted by a certain effect, you can actually use its quick effect to tribute it off. So it'll be in the graveyard, and then you can special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from your hand. So it's actually a very good card also. I only play double White Stone of Ancients because it's so easily recycled now. So even when it's banished or if it's in the graveyard, I can use its effects, but I can still also recycle it. And I don't want to brick too hard with the cards, so I tend to just play two at the moment. I play the one White Stone of Legend. I love all the shininess in this deck. I love it so much. Blue Eyes will always and forever be my favourite deck, I think, more than Monarchs. I know that you boys and girls always see me spamming Monarchs on my deck profiles, but Blue Eyes is very much up there also. So I play triple Sage with the Eyes of Blue. This is a spellcaster tuner, which is also very good. When it's normal summon, you can actually add cards like the White Stone of Ancients or Legend to your hand from its effect, or you can also add stuff like Effect Veiler because it's a level 1 light tuner, depending on the plays you're making. Or you can also discard this card, target a card on the field, something like the White Stone of Ancient, so you'd pop this, discard this, and obviously you'd be able to bring out two Blue Eyes cards by the end of your turn. So Sage with Eyes of Blue must have in the deck. I only play the one Master with Eyes of Blue. That's all you kind of really need. When this card is normal summon, you can target one level 1 light tuner monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So basically, like I said with the recycling, you would use Master with Eyes of Blue's effect, add it back to your hand, and then you can shuffle this card from the graveyard back into the deck to target one effect monster you control, send that to the graveyard, and special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your graveyard. So it works as a Monster Reborn also. I fully recommend that people do run Master with Eyes of Blue now. Then I'm just playing two Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbits. I was playing triple Ash Blossom in this deck. I was playing the Effect Veilers. I'm not too sure about them at the moment because Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit is such a good card. Pretty self-explanatory, I don't need to go on about that card. And then to round off, I play the one Glow Up Bulb for my Synchro Extender. Then I just play the two Alistair the Invokers. I don't play any more than two, there is no need to play more than two in the deck. But this card you can send from your hand to the graveyard, then target one fusion monster you control. It basically works like an Honest, it gains 1000 attack. I mean, it's not a like, you can't differentiate the two, but Honest is a better card obviously, but Alistair the Invoker will boost its attack and defense until the end of the turn by 1000, and when it's normal summon or flip face up, you can add one invocation from your deck to your hand. Such a good card. And then we're going to go on to the spell cards. Two trade-ins, discard one level 8 monster, draw 2. I only run at double at the minute. It's essential. Like, you remember, you thinking about how many level 8s that I play in the deck. It's not many, it's about 8 maybe, so it's kind of correct that I run it like that because I also play triple Melody of Awakening Dragon. You kind of need your targets, you need to find them in the deck also, so that's why I play triple Melody of Awakening Dragon. You want to get your Blue Eyes cards to your hand as quickly as possible. Even if they're in the graveyard, it doesn't matter because we have so many cards that we can use to actually get your Blue Eyes cards out. which I'll show you in a moment. So my first target for Blue Eyes and other cards for that is Dragon Shrine. Then I play Terraforming, and I'll show you why in a moment, and one Foolish Burial to send monsters to the graveyard. I play the one Scapegoat. I don't know what's going to happen or what's going to get hit on the ban list just yet. If it's not Scapegoat, it's going to be Firewall Dragon, but we will see. Hopefully it won't be Scapegoat. It's probably the best card in the entire game right now. Then I play double Invocation. So double Invocation is more than enough also. So fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand as fusion materials. Most of the time you will have an Alistair the Invoker in your hand, hopefully. Basically, you can also banish monsters from your field and or either player's graveyard as fusion materials. So if you really wanted to for your extra deck, you could play the whole Invoked engine in your extra deck, because it depending on what your opponent is actually playing in their graveyard, because you can use their card and then you can bring out your invoked cards from your extra deck. And if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one of your banished Alistair the Invokers, shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, add that card to your hand. So very good for recycling play. Then I play double Magical Meltdown. I think that's a good ratio to use. Again, you've got the one Terraforming should you need it, but double Magical Meltdown, basically when this card is activated, you can add one Alistair the Invoker from your deck to your hand. The activation of your cards and effects that include the effect that fusion summons a fusion monster cannot be negated. So no solemn warnings, no solemn strikes, no solemn judgments. No matter what your opponent uses on your fusion monsters, it will not work, because Magical Meltdown is basically a set effect. So basically your opponent cannot activate anything in turn. And then we've got a few revival spells in a moment. I'll just show you that before I round off with the one Raigeki. Almost forgot about the good old Raigeki. And then basically we're playing quite a few revival spells, because again, I want to get my dragons in the graveyard as quickly as possible and make as many plays as I can. I mean, I could brick, but it's very dependent, and your shuffle means everything in this game. So triple Return of the Dragon Lords, very essential. One Monster Reborn, one Soul Charge, and I may take this card out and replace it for something else, but the one Silver's Cry to bring out one Dragon type normal monster, which could be Dragon Spirit of White, because it is a normal monster in your hand or graveyard, or you can bring out Blue Eyes White Dragon. So that is basically my 40 card mains deck. So then we go on to the extra deck. So I play the one Alistair the Invoker of Madness. This guy is so cool. I really like the artwork. I love this new Link monster. It's so good. It makes invoked cards more broken than they already were. So it needs two monsters with different types and different attributes. That's number one. Its name becomes Alistair the Invoker while on the field or the graveyard. If a monster is fusion summoned while you control this monster, except the damage step, you can discard one card. And if you do, add one Invocation or the Book of the Law from your deck to your hand. You can actually bring out the Book of the Law. You can actually play that card in the deck if you would like to. I tend not to play it, but it is such a good card also. It's worth playing if you're going to side deck that as an option. And basically, if this face-up card you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can add one Omega Summon from your deck to your hand. Again, if you want to use cards like Book of the Law or Omega Summon, all good for Invoker cards, then please go for it. I've changed the extra deck up a little bit. I play one Topological Banner because I've been facing a lot of Altergeist decks lately, and this card basically just shuts down the whole Altergeist deck because it does banish all their cards pretty much and inflict 500 damage for each card that was banished by the effect. Then I still play the one Borosword Dragon. You could play a Borolo Dragon if you wanted. I know in the new Mega Tins, Borolo Dragon is a lot more cheaper these days, so you could obviously change any of these cards for Boroload or Firewall Dragon should you need to. Firewall Dragon, again, I'm not too sure on the ban list, so I tend to not play it at the moment. So I will be playing Borosword and Topological Banner. In my Invoke targets are literally just two Invoke Macabres. Of course, guys, there are other Invoke Fusion cards that you can use, but I just stick to two Invoke Macabres because that is the best one in my opinion. Moving on to my Synchro cards, I play the one Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. I know a lot of people play double Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon, but it's up to you. I only ever bring out the one Azure Eyes Silver Dragon and the one Cloud Castle. Cloud Castle is so good because when this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target one level 9 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Level 8 or lower monsters cannot attack the turn that you activate that effect. But the reason why we play cards like this, especially for the level 9 play, is for your rank 9 plays, and that's True King of all Calamities, because that can basically shut down any sort of deck or any sort of monsters that your opponent is playing. It's done very well in the past for me, and I'm very happy to still be playing this card, so I've actually put this card back into the deck because it's that damn good. For my other XYZ plays, I'm playing the 1 Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon, and that means you can overlay into the Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon Dragon, use its effect, detach a material, pop a spell or trap on the field, and then overlay again into the Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter Dragon. And then basically your opponent will have to banish 3 monsters from their deck if they cannot negate your summon. I play the 1 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I still play this card because it negates all other face-up monsters currently on the field and all their effects, and then the attack and defense becomes any of what I choose during the battle phase. So it's really good card. If I want to get over a problematic monster, I still play Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, and that can, you know, detach a material. It can easily get up to 6,000 attack during the battle phase, so it can out absolutely any monster at all. And then I round off the deck with the Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy, which negates all spell trap cards when they're activated, and then you can actually take it as a material also. So thank you very much, boys and girls, for watching my deck profile. I know it wasn't very informative as it usually should be, but we've got a great few new videos coming up in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully you will be able to tune into them. So please leave a like, hit the subscribe button for more content, and let's get myself to 700 subscribers on this channel. Thank you very much for watching. YuGiPenguin is signing out.